Italian Football Podcast.
Italy, obviously not in this World Cup. Now that we've seen the World Cup is over, we've seen how everyone done, how the big teams done. How well do you think Italy could have done at this World Cup if we had just qualified?
As an Azzurri fan, I'm annoyed as hell because I think Italy could have won this World Cup. I really do. I know people are gonna say, "Oh, you're biased and whatnot," but no. I really think Italy could have won this World Cup. I look at these teams, and I don't think Italy are significantly, if not stronger, then they're certainly not significantly weaker than any of them. They're on the same. They're on the same level as all of them, and it annoys me. I'm not saying that they would have won the World Cup. I don't think Italy will ever be able to win 2 tournaments in a row because you know we know the Italian mentality. As soon as Italy win a tournament, they automatically think they're senators of the Roman Empire who've returned home from glory, and they start to do all these charades in front of each other, and then they fail immediately and fall flat on their face. I mean, that's just part of the Italian psyche. It's just what it is. And we've Italy is like Sven said. You got to love it. You got to love it as it is. You're not going to change it. It's just never going to happen. It's Italy. And the Italian mentality is fantastic, and I love it. So I don't think Italy's ever going to win 2 tournaments in a row. But I do think that they could have probably gotten to a semi-final and maybe a medal, for sure.
Yeah, I think so. I really do think so. I mean, I watched this tournament, and there really was no outstanding team in this tournament. There's no team that stood out, and I thought, you know what? I really fear playing those. If Italy were in this tournament, I would really fear playing them. There really wasn't. I mean, in terms of actual quality in the team, the talent, there's only one squad that I think is absolutely head and shoulders above the rest, and that is France. But, even France was significantly weakened in this tournament because they had so many injuries, half their first team was missing before the tournament even started. And then obviously as the tournament went on, they lost Lucas Fernandez. I mean, just think in the final, they were playing Camavinga, a midfielder, was playing at left back, when they took off Theo. I mean, if all France were Theo Hernandez injury away or suspension away in the tournament from just complete disaster, basically. So there was, Argentina, I thought, very, very beatable. We saw that they rode their luck at times. And, I look all round. I mean, I think Holland got to the quarterfinals, and I think they're a very, very poor team. Holland, Brazil,
mediocre team who were brilliantly coached. Very mediocre team.
Yeah, I mean Brazil. Coached. Yeah, Brazil.
Brilliant team, poorly coached. I mean, that's Brazil.
Yeah, but even Brazil beatable because even if you break down Brazil, their fullbacks are. Their 2 fullbacks are Danilo and Alexandro, 2 players that Juventus fans have been pulling their hair over for the last 2 years because they offer nothing going forward. They've got a Tottenham reserve playing as the striker. I mean, and then they lost Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah, but we have to.
So there are weaknesses.
But we have to be honest here as to calling Richarlison a Tottenham reserve. You have to put an asterisk, and that asterisk is Antonio Conte. And Antonio Conte wouldn't have mattered if Richarlison had scored 8 goals, 3 goals in the World Cup final, had won it. He'd still be benched for Kulusevski because that's just Conte. Like it's just
for sure. I love the man. I know, but rate him. But I mean, judge him as an actual player. He's not a top player. I mean, he's not a top player. I mean, even if you look at him at Everton. Look. I'm looking at his stats now. He scored 10 goals last season for Everton. He scored 7 goals the season before, and the most he's ever scored is 13 in a season. In 5 years in the Premier League, 13 was the most he's ever scored. 5, 13, 13, 7, 10. I mean, this isn't a top player. And that's their starting striker for Brazil. So. I mean, again, I think Brazil, beatable team. There's lots of good teams in this tournament, but no one. I don't think there's anyone that's really outstanding. To be honest with you, I think England, very, very solid team, but not sure about their coach, and they're very too conservative. And again, I look at Italy's midfield, their centre midfield, and I think, with the exception of Spain, Italy are dominating the midfield against every team they play against. Croatia have got that outstanding midfield, but Croatia have got absolutely nothing at all in attack. Completely impotent in attack. They just don't hurt teams going forward at all. So. I think Italy could have done well, and that is frustrating. It's really, really frustrating because I think we've got the quality, We could have done. We definitely could have done really well here.